live. We usually go live late, but I'm about to sit down and eat, kill two birds, one stone, and go live. FLS, we in the building, and I really want to talk about reality. And we live in a generation where a lot of people they can care less about reality. And I'm just here to say, in reality, that's all that matters. Social media, you could be whatever you want to be. You could pretend to be whatever you want to be. You could say whatever you want to say. You could be a character. But the question is, in reality, are you happy? Where you live, what you do. And I feel like happiness is everything. And I'm gonna say this again, happiness is literally everything. Waking up in Arizona, FLS, we in the building, let's go. Waking up in Arizona. For those who visited, they understand. But for those who never visited Arizona, they could never imagine what it's like to wake up in the desert. This again, for those who have yet to visit Arizona, they could never imagine. East Coast checking in. Listen, we in the building. We on a different time zone. Right now it's 4:58 p.m. Sun is shining where you're at. It's probably going into 7 p.m., 8 p.m. But check it in. Let everybody know, listen, we came too far to turn around. We came too far to give up. If you're not where you want to be in life, get to where you want to be in life. People got to understand, like, every place is different, but when you actually live in a city that you actually love, when you live in a city that waking up is fun, going out is fun, it's hard to stay down. It's hard to stay down. And I feel like in life, too many people stay down. No, I feel like, listen, sometimes we go hard, but life goes hard as well. And I just feel like, listen, you got a short period to get back on your feet. And I'm gonna say this again, you got a short period to literally get back on your feet. A lot of people don't want to talk about life when people get fired. People get fired every day. When I mean people get fired every day, people get fired every day. And I feel like if you get fired, first things first, always, when you got 9 to 5, listen, always sign up for any type of gig work, any type of DoorDash while you're creating content. People got to understand when it comes to content, I just feel like content is cool if you never violated, if you never committed a guideline violation. Content is cool, but when it's all said and done, I feel like content, just like anything else, you want to have longevity. So until you got about, like, I will say 8 years, 9 years of YouTube, when it's all said and done, I suggest that, have multiple streams of income. And I'm gonna say this again, have multiple streams of income. I don't care if it's an extra 300 and you got 15 streams of $300 coming in. I don't care. It all adds up at the end of the day. You cannot be out here looking lost. You cannot be out here in this world looking confused. You can listen, having a plan is everything. And I'm gonna say this again, having a plan is literally everything. If you got a plan, there's no way you could lose. And I'm gonna say this again, if you have a plan, there's no way you could lose. Growing up, there was a phrase and it was called, listen, I'm the man with the plan. Literally, there's nothing new under the sun. If you're the man with the plan, it's gonna work out. In the meantime, a lot of you guys, you gotta realize you got a short gap to get back on your feet. Because I don't know what's going on with this world, but people like to laugh at people that are homeless. I feel like since I came to YouTube, I feel like since day one, I was fighting for people that were sleeping in their cars. When it's all said and done, life is real. But I realize in a world full of entertainment, people don't want to hear, topics about reality. But then I'm here to tell you, I don't care if life is good now, still prepare. Because you do not want to get blindsided in life. You do not want to have to ask people for money in life. You do not want to have to beg people for money in life. You always want to make sure that at the end of the day, you keep money out of friendships, you keep money out of situations when it's all said and done. But I'm here to tell you, like, a lot of these corporations, they promote people to work for them, but a lot of these corporations, listen, they're not playing fair. They will fire you for any reason if you had an at-will state. And I just feel like no matter what happens, every man needs multiple streams of income. And I'm gonna say this again, every man needs multiple streams of income. With multiple streams of income, you're not gonna panic. You're not gonna break down because it's like, okay, I lost one, but I got 10. I lost one, but I got 15. When it's all said and done, do they teach you about multiple streams of income in school? No. Are they gonna teach you about multiple streams of income in middle school? No. Are they gonna teach you about multiple streams of income in high school? No. They're not gonna do that. And they're not gonna do that for a reason, because they want you to go out, devote your heart to a corporation. And I'm gonna say this again, they want you to go out and devote your heart to a corporation. And then they can do whatever they want to do to you, and in return, guess what? If somebody lie on you, 20 verse 1, and it's not a dating show, now, depending on the situation, depending on when you get fired, most people, you gotta understand when it rains it pours. You might get fired, you might get terminated 1 week before it's time to pay your rent. That's how life works. And people don't want to talk about the reality of life. People just want to laugh at people on the internet. Oh, he homeless. Oh, he homeless. Let me tell you something. Even if that's the case, you could bounce back. And I'm going to say this again. Even if that's the case, you could bounce back. Listen, I got a video dropping, but I just want to tell you guys, if you're not where you want to be in life, tell yourself every day is comeback season. Tell yourself, comeback season is upon us. Comeback season is upon me. It's time to make a comeback. I don't care what nobody say. Nothing is more incredible than making a comeback. When things look down and you turn it around, that right there, as a man, that right there is going to show you a lot about yourself. A lot of people, they have yet to be battle tested. And I'm gonna say this again, a lot of people have yet to be battle tested in life. So they get in relationships before they battle tested. They start mob type of friendships before they're battle tested. They never been battle tested. I feel like when you battle tested and a new war comes, it's like, bet, we've been here before. Let's go through it. As soon as they open the gates to the Coliseum, anything to step up, boom, 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 are you not entertained because you've been battle tested? I feel like that's what makes you a warrior, going through situations, coming out. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm talking about, I done been through situations that look dark. But guess what? I never lost my heart. And I'm gonna say this again, I done been through situations that look dark. But guess what? I never lost my heart. You feel me? Like, you can't lose your heart. I think like a lot of people, they really want validation from others. You gotta understand, a lot of people are only programmed to give validation to celebrities. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not a celebrity, if you don't got followers on followers, when it's all said and done, ain't nobody gonna validate you. And I feel like a lot of people, they try so hard to win the validation of others, and then when it didn't work out, it's like, okay, bet, they not feeling me, let me just throw in the towel in my city. Listen, screw your city. And I'm gonna say this again, screw your city. Life is bigger than your city. Life is bigger than Cincinnati. Life is bigger than Cleveland. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this again, life is bigger than Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland. Wake up, wake up, wake up is the first of the month. You guys have to understand, like, validation, you try to prove things to other people and see how far that's gonna get you. You try to make other people like you, see how far that's gonna get you. You try to win friends and influence people, see how far that's gonna get you. When it's all said and done, you can't help anybody to feel you. And I'm gonna say this again, you expecting somebody to feel you? Listen, talk about wishful thinking. And I'm gonna say this again, you cannot expect people to feel you on this journey. All you could do is create a product, be the walking billboard for your product, and understand once you put your product out into the marketplace, you can't predict the market. You can't control the market. And I'm gonna say this again, to all future business owners, to all future entrepreneurs, understand that all you can do is create a product, be the walking billboard for your product, pray for your product, but understand that you cannot control the market. You can't control the market. So once you put a product out and just say the product ain't moving, the product, it is. Be patient. Be patient. Everything is not gonna come overnight. Everything is not gonna work out for you the way that you want it to work out for you. When it's all said and done, longevity, nobody really cares about longevity. I'm gonna tell you why nobody cares about longevity, because most people are in desperate situations. So it's like, I need it now. Let me tell you guys something. As a man, listen, we stay away from desperation. And I'm gonna say this again, as a man, desperation, we stay away from that. My man, appreciate you big time. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Yes, sir. as always. That's good. Thank you for Jesus. Amen. When it's all said and done, like I be telling people, only the real topics on this channel. Let me tell you guys something. When it's all said and done, a lot of people give up on it daily. They give up on it daily. And we here to prevent, we here to prevent that. We want to make sure that these things don't happen to men. When it's all said and done, as men, we got to be the standard bearers. And I'm going to say this again, as men, we got to be the standard bearers. We got to lead the way. When it's all said and done, listen, salute all the women, but I don't make content about women. You know, a lot of guys, they be like, hold women accountable, hold women accountable. Listen, if I ain't trying to procreate, if I ain't trying to do anything with her, why I look like holding a woman accountable at Starbucks? And I'm gonna say this again, when I look like holding a woman accountable at Starbucks, I keep telling you guys, don't get better, get better. There's too much division right now. Men are afraid. They're afraid to go up and talk to women, shaking in their boots. That's the world we live in. Everything that went online to the point men are afraid. They're afraid to stand their ground. They're afraid. And when they're afraid, then they feel some type of way about women. Imagine that in the year 2025, you're not where you want to be in life. You don't have any kids. You don't have any baby mama drama, but you up here talking about hold the woman accountable. You guys are crazy. I thank God I was not born in this generation of, you know, feminism. I thank God I was not born into this generation of being a super sucker. And I'm gonna say this again, I thank God I was not born into this generation of being a super sucker. When it's all said and done, we going up. We going up. And I'm gonna take a break from that because I want to talk about when you're not where you want to be. If you live at home with your parents and they cooking home cooked meals, listen, monetize those meals. Get your weight up. Work hard. Get your weight up. Work hard. You know, eat. You guys have to understand. A lot of you guys have parents. A lot of you guys live with family members. Use that time to eat up. Get your weight up. Work out. Don't just sit around. And I'm going to say this again. Do not just sit around the house. That is the worst thing that you could do in a spiritual battle. That's the worst thing that you could do in this life. Just sit around the house and you're not creating content. Just sit around the house. Just scrolling. Just sitting around the house. Laughing, giggling. Just sitting around the house. Entertain. All that time you guys could be getting some work. All that time you guys could be eating. Eat. That's the name of the game. That's why I would never take steroids, because I know if I eat more, I'm going to gain more and I'm going to work more. I don't need steroids, man. People be out here taking steroids, man. Them dudes, they don't got no patience, bro. They don't got no patience. Nobody has patience anymore. I'm gonna take one more bite. I'm gonna get back to this live. Like, I feel like if you're not where you want to be financially, you should be eating and training. Eating and training, expecting that good things are gonna come your way. And I'm gonna say this again: if you're not where you want to be financially right now, you should be eating and training, expecting good things to come your way. We live in a world where you go outside, you don't even really see fit people. So if you just got fired for your job, even while you guys are working, still, while you guys are working, take care of yourself. Train like one day you could get the boot. 9 out of 10, most people that get fired, they never really expected to get fired. Never check into a dark place hotel. Man, I'm telling you, that might have to be a separate video. I appreciate that. That was a throwback. I'm telling you, it's like this. They made complaining a part of society. When you see people protesting, a lot of people, they look at that as like we're standing up. But after you guys get sprayed on with water hose and they disperse the crowd and you guys never come back, like, come on, bro. Where is that going to get you in life? When people protest, man, listen, if you protesting, man, that better because your date told you to protest. I can't see how can a man protest. You gotta eat on these streets. Don't let nobody stop you from eating. Don't hold up no sign. We want food. Nah, we gonna hunt for this. And I'm gonna say this again. We gonna hunt for this. Right here, this meal came because I'm a hunter. When it's all said and done, until your time come, eat up and work out. Show up and show out. You don't need to look like your circumstances. If you're feeling down, you don't need to look down. If life is rough, you don't need to look rough. Operation. Operación de salsa. Listen, you guys have to understand, like, all you need on this journey is faith. If you got faith, you're telling yourself, I don't care how it looks, I know that I'm going to come out a winner. Faith is everything. Some people got big faith, middle faith, small faith, but God already told you in the Bible, see, if you got the faith the size of a mustard seed, which is small, all faith counts. And I'm going to say this again, all faith counts. If you're going through a dark time, if you tell yourself, I'm going to get out. If you're walking and you tell yourself, I'm going to have a car. If you're unemployed and you tell yourself, listen, I'm going to find a job that's going to work with my lifestyle while creating content, while creating something, everything is going to work itself out. Listen, everything happens for a reason. Some people don't want to believe that, but it's not about what you believe, it's about what it is. Before situations happen, the question is, what's your next move? And then after you make your move, you can't take a move back. And I'm going to say this again. After you make a move, you can't take a move back. After you make a decision, you can't take a decision back. After you make a vouch, you can't take a vouch back. After you make a cosign, you can't take a cosign back. The question is, what are you going to do from now on? You see what I'm saying? Mr. Keep It Simple, you've been holding on to your promise of staying live in person. You are the man. Word 100. Listen, I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. That's why I tell you guys, if you're not where you want to be, take care of yourself. Because see, when you take care of yourself, like I feel like in the year 2025, to be on camera looking like this, I got to hit the record button. I put in the work. So the more I put in the work, the more I'm going to work. But guess what? If I'm not putting in the work, if I'm not working out, if I'm going through it, if I'm feeling down, what's going to happen is I'm not going to hit the record button because I don't like what I see right now. I love what I see, and I'm going to keep on improving. I'm going to keep on eating. I'm going to keep on working out. You feel me? We not hiding. We not ducking. You feel me? Like, we don't really do that. You guys have to understand you got to eat. If you don't eat, you're going to die. You got to eat. That's the most important thing for a human being. You got to eat. People don't want to understand that. They care about material things, but they don't care about eating. You got to eat. Listen, you wear Gucci, but if you ain't eating 2 days, you're going to die in Gucci. You see what I'm saying? You can wear all that. You got the whole LV collection, but if you ain't eating about 4 days, you're going to die in LV. They want me to care about more. That's all I care about right here. I'm not trying to be wearing no Louis Vuitton with no food. I'm not trying to be wearing no Christian Dior with no food. No. When it's all said and done, make sure you got the food first. Then after you got the food first, If you got money for food for days, for the month, for the whole year, that's when you gotta get fly. You never know what's around the corner. You don't want to be Louis down with nothing to eat. Trust and believe. Oh, that's what they waiting for. Oh, look at you, Mr. Louis. You need a piece of chicken. Oh, they wouldn't listen. Don't give them what they want. And I'm gonna say this again. Don't give them what they want. Don't get these haters what they want. That's what these haters want. They want to see you starve. Like, we live in a world, nobody want to talk about this, but a lot of people, they want to see you starve. They don't want to see you eat. You eating, make them mad. You with a table full of food, it make a lot of people mad. Some people, they want you to, they want you gone, bro. They want you up out of here, bro. And the best way to get a human up out of here is to make sure they don't eat. Trust and believe, get your weight up. Get your weight up. While you waiting, eat. If your mother cook a lot, shout out to your mom for cooking a lot. If your grandmother cook a lot, shout out to your grandmother for cooking a lot. If you can't afford food, go to your family. If you don't eat, a lot of people, listen, it's crazy because it's social media. It's all about the turn up. It's all about the turn up, but a lot of people don't really talk about the value of really just, taking care of yourself. Eating. When you eat, what are you eating? You are what you eat. And I'm going to say this again. You are what you eat. I'm telling you. You can't live your life for other people. Comes a time where you gotta let that go. I'm going to the house on this one. I'm gonna say this again, you cannot live for other people. When times get hard, trust and believe. You think somebody gonna give you a plate of food? Man, listen, a lot of people gonna say no, bro. That's the reality of life. You think you from a small town community, man, they don't care. Just because it's you, they gonna say no. And I'm gonna say this again, just because it's you, they gonna say no. Just because it's you, they won't say no to anybody else. But just because it's you, they gonna say no. When it's all said and done, life is real, bro. If people can see you holding up a cardboard sign, they gonna make sure you hold up a cardboard sign. You probably think, if it's to keep it simple, why are people so evil? Ask them. And I'm gonna say this again, go and ask them. Don't ask me. Go ask them. That's what they live for. That's what they ride for. That's what they strive for. That's what they get up for. That's what they die for. Back in the day, we used to call them party poopers, A lot of people, if they got the opportunity to ruin your day, they're going to ruin your day. A lot of people, they wake up. Who day can I ruin today? And I'm going to say this again. A lot of people, they really wake up low key. Who day could I ruin today? What party could I ruin today? What venue could I shut down? True story. There's a lot of people like that. They get a kick out of that. You think they don't? Trust and believe. That's what I'm saying. You got to eat one of these streets. You got to eat one of these streets. Like, come on, bro. You can't be out here playing around. Get your weight up. Not your debate up. Get your weight up. And I'm going to say this again. Get your weight up, not your debate up. Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. Check it in. We keeping it simple. Like I said, man. Material things, don't get it twisted. But you could have a whole sneaker collection. But what happened if they freeze your bank accounts? Listen, thank you guys for having a moment with me. Shout out to my chat. I'm gonna say this again. Shout out to my chat. Wherever I go, I take the chat with me. And I'm gonna say this again. Wherever I go, I take the chat with me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody FLS. Shout out to everybody's not giving up. I don't care what nobody said for the rest of the year, for the rest of next year. My content is to help guys stay in the fight. My content is for guys who gave up mentally to get back up and throw one more punch. Go back in one more time. And I'm going to say this again. Go back in one more time. I'm coaching you. Go back in and throw one more punch. You feel me? You'll be surprised what happens if you don't run. You'll be surprised what happens if you stand up. You'll be surprised what happens if you rise to the challenge. You'll be surprised what happens if you don't panic. You'll be surprised what happens if you don't give in. When it's all said and done, life is a fight, baby. You got to rumble, baby. You feel me? We gotta do what we gotta do, you feel me? One thing is, we can care less. Like, I don't know what it is, but a lot of men are changing. They like to laugh at other men. Like, we don't really do all that, you feel me? We don't really do all that, you feel me? If a man down, you feel me? You get him up. Empowerment, that's what it's all about. Strong people empower, the weak will devour. And I'm gonna say this again, the strong will empower, the weak will devour. That's what weak people do. They wanna tear you down mentally, you feel me? So you could think they powerful, so you could think they got more and you got less stuff. But it's all said, man, screw that. We all not in the same city. We all don't got the same access. We all don't got the same views. Imagine somebody living in a war zone. You think they'll be able to shoot a 30-minute live in a war zone? No. So when it's all said and done, we all don't have the same situation. You feel me? Some people right now, if they go live, they're going to get attacked. They're going to get called a goofy in Chirac. When it's all said and done, it is what it is. We don't got the same background. We don't got the same resources. We all got different cards in life. Play your cards. You feel me? A lot of people, they care about validation, man. Screw the crowd, bro. Life is like this. A lot of people, they'll say like, yo, they rock with you, then disappear. You listen, when it comes to humans, you got to expect the unthinkable. If you expect the unthinkable, I feel like you can maneuver through life like without even taking things personal, without getting mad. You feel me? I wear betrayal like a coat. You feel me? People that betrayed me, I guarantee you, they probably did not think I'll turn out this buff. And I'm gonna say this again, people that betrayed me, they probably didn't think I will turn out this buff. But it is what it is. We wear it like a coat. We don't care about no betrayal. Another man, it's his fault he didn't say he was desperate. You feel me? But when it's all said and done, if a lot of guys are like, Mr. Keep It Simple, I'm desperate. Nah, that would have been different. But a lot of these guys, they pretend they not desperate when they low-key desperate. That ain't my fault. You feel me? If you fake your desperation, you fake your desperation. And I'm gonna say this again, if you fake your desperation, you fake your desperation. One thing I'm not doing is I'm not being desperate, because I know for a fact that if I keep working out, I would say I will give it a year tops. Everything gonna pay off fitness-wise in a year. You gotta give yourself time. A lot of people, they don't give themselves time, they don't give themselves room, they don't give themselves space. They just come out with a product, please hurry up, buy. I look like a victim. Hopefully you buy into my victim look. I don't got time for that. But it's all said and done, I'm looking strong. I'm not letting a woman tear me down mentally to the point I never work out again. I'm not letting a relationship tear me down mentally to the point I'll never pull it up again. I'm not letting anybody in the community, down the street, the guy at Kroger, the guy at Walgreens, I'm not letting nobody tear my mental down. Let me tell you guys something. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. When it's all said and done, keep your mind strong. And I'm gonna say this again. Keep your mind strong. Keep your mind strong. You know, if your mind's strong, you strong. If your mind weak, you weak. And I'm gonna say this again. If your mind is strong, you're strong. If your mind is weak, you're weak. You feel me? Everything is up here. You feel me? It's not about the biceps. It's not about the triceps. The biceps and the triceps just make every outfit look cool. When it's all said and done, nothing more, nothing less. But life is really about your mind. Don't let them penetrate this. Don't let them get to this. You feel me? Don't let the comments get to this. Don't let the words get to this. Don't let the rumors get to this. Don't let the lies get to this. When it gets to this, Woo, Houston, we got a problem. Shout out to Houston. 9th Ward, 5th Ward, 3rd Ward, 2nd Ward, all the wards in Houston. You feel me? Shout out to all the wards in Houston. Shout out to all the suburbs in Houston, downtown in Houston. Shout out to Houston. Houston, we got a problem. If they can get up here, oh man, they got you. They got you. They up here. You feel me? They got up here. 9 out of 10, a lot of people, they play mind games. You feel me? We don't got time for that. I pray to God, all you guys is 20. I can't wait for you guys to get to 40. When you guys get to 40, you gonna remember I told you, when you get to 40, you don't got no time for no mind games. When you get older, it is what it is. You tell it how it is. We don't got no time for no mind games. You feel me? We don't got no time for people that's appearing to be powerful. They're trying too hard. They wild for respect. The war is won in a general's tent. Man, let me tell you guys something. Everything you go through, you better tell yourself you're going to come out victorious. You're going to go in the jungle, grab the lion's head, hold it up, every situation that you go through. Ain't no backing down, you feel me? If you need to take a nap, take a nap. You got to get live. You got to get live. No pun intended, but you got to get live. The war is won in a general's tent. The general's tent could be your mother house. The general's tent could be your car. You feel me? The general's tent could be Starbucks. The general's tent could be Barnes and Nobles. When it's all said and done, wherever the general's tent is, that's where the war is won. You go and map it out, trap it out. Everything go hand in hand with my content. The war is won in a general's tent. So what we do in a general's tent, you map it out. We're going here, you feel me? And we're gonna set up shop here. We're gonna make money. We're gonna make revenue here. 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 And that's how you trap it out. You map it out, trap it out. So even if the trap looks slow, you predicted that in the general's tent. If the trap gets slow, we over here. If the trap gets slow, we over here. If the trap gets slow, we over here. Map it out, trap it out. When it's all said and done, I got 6 channels. You feel me? One trap gets slow, boom, we on the other 5. You feel me? Sooner or later, you feel me? I'll say 2026 is gonna be 6 channels monetized. You feel me? But guess what? Everything was done for my apartment. Mapped everything out for my apartment. Thought about it in my apartment. When it's all said and done, that's the beauty. You feel me? The general's tent, it could be an apartment. It could be a penthouse. It could be a mansion. It could be anything. You feel me? Any place where you sit down to get your mind right, you got to get your mind right. Because when your mind right, your ground right. And I'm going to say this again. When your mind right, your ground right. Everything is up here. See, a lot of people, they say stuff to you, and hopefully, they hoping that it lingers. They hoping that it stays. They hoping that their words stay up here. Listen, for what? Half of you guys that are talking, you guys don't even live in Phoenix. Half of you guys in the comment section, you don't even live in Phoenix. Like, I could care less. If you don't live in Phoenix, when it's all said and done, I feel like this is one of the best states in America. If you don't live in Phoenix, I don't even got time to talk. I'm not trying to hear it. You don't even live in Phoenix. You don't live in Arizona. As content creators, do not get caught up with people in different cities. Do not get caught up with people, listen, that are not even close. When it's all said and done, and not even in proximity. You feel me? Stay focused on yours. Stay focused on what's in front of you. Stay focused on the cards that God has given you. Wherever city you at right now, you in that city for a reason. Wherever county you at, wherever country you in, you're there for a reason. Make the best of it. And I'm going to say this again. You're there for a reason. Make the best of it. Make the best of it. You probably like, why am I here? You're there for a reason. Why I'm at this job? You're there for a reason. Until you find something new, you're there for a reason. You feel me? Everything literally happens for a reason. In life, you get what you deserve. And I'm gonna say this again. In life, you get what you deserve. You feel me? What you have, you deserve that. Where you're at, that's where you're supposed to be. See, a lot of people feel like I'm supposed to be at a different level. No, you're not. No, you are not. When it's all said and done, if you were supposed to be somewhere, you would have been there. And I'm gonna say this again, if you were supposed to be at a different destination, you would have been there because you know what you want. So if you wanted to go to that destination, you already know for you would have took yourself there. But guess what? You know you're not ready. If you're not ready, you're not ready. If you're not heavy, you're not heavy. When it's all said and done, it is what it is. Don't fool yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't let people gas you up and tell you you're bigger than what you are. Listen, when I first came to YouTube, I done had people tell me, yo, you one of the best. And I done had people tell me, yo, you fall off. How did it go from one of the best to I fell off? You feel me? I don't listen to none of these dudes out here. You feel me? When it's all said and done, 10 toes down. You feel me? Eat by myself. Record by myself. Go hard by myself. I don't need no dude. I don't need no brother. I don't need no community. I don't need nobody that got the same skin complexion as me talking about back in 1932. We don't got time for all that. When it's all said and done, 10 toes down, you feel me? Listen, it's all about who the last man standing in your life. You feel me? If you got a life, you got to be the last man standing in your life. You feel me? When it's all said and done in my life, I'm the last man standing in my life. You feel me? I'm not gonna fall in my life. I'm not gonna fall in my movie. You guys got to stop and think. Why would you fall in your movie? Why would you give up in your movie? Why would you downplay yourself and you're the main character in your movie? And I'm gonna say this again. Why would you downplay yourself and you're the main character in your movie? Food for thought. Something to think about. You feel me? Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. This is especially for you. This is a special live for everybody on the East Coast. We're on a different time zone. Right now it's 5:32. 5:32. Usually I go live at 11 p.m., but then everybody sleeps. So I figured, you know what? We're going to pop up. We're going to pop up. We're going to show up and we're going to show out. Listen, let me tell you guys something before I finish this live. Whatever you do, content, working out, you feel me? Show up and show out. And I'm going to say this again. Work, content, gym, doesn't matter. Show up and show out. That's it. Wherever you go, you show up. And when it's time to show up, you show out. Keep it simple. Show up and show out. You feel me? Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Men like to play God. And notice I say they like to play. They playing. They're playing. They can't be serious about life. You feel me? They want to see you homeless. They can't be serious. They trying to starve you out financially. They can't be serious. You feel me? 23 mil for the cheeks. They can't be serious. But oh, they serious, all right. They serious, all right. And if they could take you down, they will. You feel me? If they can make a move on you, they will. If they can lie on you, they will. If they could 20 verse 1 you, no dating show, they will. You feel me? And listen, the weak got to team up. They got to gang up. You feel me? I don't know why people admire wolves when the wolves, they need pack. The wolves need the pack. They can't stand on their own. You feel me? They howl louder. You feel me? When a crowd around. And I'm going to say this again. They howl louder when a crowd around. When there ain't no crowd, these dudes ain't howling. When there ain't no crowd, these dudes ain't barking. They need a crowd. They need brothers. You feel me? They need a line. You feel me? To get a line, they need a line. You feel me? They need to be told what to do. They need to be told how to act. That's the world that we live in. The question is, who's really moving authentic? Who's really moving, you feel me, with authenticity? Who's really moving as an individual? Most people not. Most people rolling with a group. You feel me? If the group say go and watch Sinners, 1932, everybody just, if the group say go and watch the movie Him, knowing that ain't just a movie, people still gonna watch it because the group is saying. If the group say go watch a Medea flick, you know you don't stand for no dude wearing no wig. But guess what? If the group is doing it, they're gonna say, oh man, I'm on my way to, me and my girl gonna go watch it. Man, when it's all said and done, man, we live in a world where dudes will take their girl to watch a Chris Brown concert. That's the world that we living in. A dude will offer up his wife to go see Chris Brown. A dude will offer up his husband to go see Chris Brown. A dude will offer up his future fiance to go see Chris Brown. You feel me? I went to an Usher concert, not get off topic, but it's crazy how many dudes was literally with their girlfriends watching Usher. Imagine that. You with your woman and you watching it. And when it's all said and done, listen, we grind hard. So when we ready to settle down and procreate, listen, everything come back to us. Everything come to our mansion. You feel me? Like, if our woman want to work out, she gonna work out at the mansion. You feel me? We not playing these games. You feel me? Because what's going on out here, bro? They really want men to not be men. They want us to just be out here being victims. They want us to just complain. They want us to cry. They want us to cry, drink wine. And then when things don't go in our way, they want us to call a mental health hotline, 555-5555. And I'm gonna say this again. They want us to cry, wine, drink wine. And when things don't go our way, they want us to call a mental health hotline, 555-5555. We don't got time for all that. When it's all said and done, 10 toes down. And I'm gonna say this again, 10 toes down. We saw what happened with the Usher concert and dude's wife. Listen, a lot of men, they gave up on themselves. And that's the truth. And that's why I make content so as men, we can stay solid no matter what. Inside a relationship, outside a relationship, you feel me? Like, everywhere we go, we remain solid. And I'm gonna say this again. Everywhere we go, we remain solid. We remain solid in America, we remain solid in Brazil. We remain solid in America, we remain solid in Colombia. Everywhere we go, we remain solid. You feel me? That's what it's all about. Remaining solid. Remain solid. You know what I mean? Most guys, man, they don't have morals. They don't have anything to stand on. They go along to get along. I'm not dissing them. We're gonna finish this live up, but me, I'm not a part of that go along to get along gang. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm not a part of that go along to get along gang. If my woman asks me, baby, can we go to a Chris Brown concert? Man, what? What? Everything over. Everything over. Pack up, everything over. Southwest flight, go back to where you came from. It's over. You feel me? When it's all said and done, what I look like. But it's dudes out there. They would literally take their woman to a different state, to a different country, to go see another man gyrate on stage. Listen, when it's all said and done, welcome to the year 2025. That's all that I can say. Welcome to the year 2025. See, I stay by myself. I'm an introvert, you feel me? Because I don't got time for all that, you feel me? I don't got time for all that. When it comes to humans, understand that they can do the unthinkable. You not gonna see it coming, but whatever when they do something unthinkable, it might cause you some financial hardships. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, always save up in case somebody do the unthinkable. Always have emergency savings funds. Always have your credit cards. Don't use your credit cards if you don't need them. When it's all said and done, always be prepared for what's around the corner. A lot of people don't want to talk about what if. You feel me? And I'm not saying, like, when it comes to what ifs, you don't think about it because you're scared. You think about it just in case somebody try to hit you, if they try to rock your battleship, if they try to sink your boat financially. When it's all said and done, you can't have that, bro. Like I said, some people, they don't got their parents. Some people don't have a mother. Some people don't have a father. So when it's all said and done, you know, some people, they out on their own. It's just God and themselves. You feel me? Like, relationships, you can't put no trust in relationship. People can change their mind anytime. People can change their mind any second. Like I said, when it comes to humans, always expect the unthinkable. And I'm gonna say this again, always expect the unthinkable. Thank you for everybody tuning into this live. I just want to say, listen, we going up. And I'm gonna say this again, we going up. We going up. Whatever you doing, like I said, buy your own dip. Invest in yourself, you feel me? Like, if the stock is at a standstill, I don't care, you feel me? You gotta look at your life like Ethereum. Keep buying the dip. Keep buying the dip. You feel me? Buy the dip on yourself. You feel me? When it's all said and done, always take care of yourself. Never stop taking care of yourself. You know, life is too short to be in drama. Life is too short to be stressed out. You know, life is just too short. It's too short. It's too short to beef with people that are not going to the same destination with you. It's too short, you feel me? Like, life is literally too short, you feel me? One minute you graduate, next minute you know you're 40. That's how life works, you feel me? You cross the stage, they say congratulations, whatever high school you went to, the next thing you know, you're 40 years old. Life is short. I turned 40 this year. But one thing I can say is I was moving fast with time. Moving fast with time. I felt every second. I felt every nanosecond. You know, but it does move fast. Like I said, I'm about to be 40. I've traveled the whole decade. Traveled the whole decade. Especially when you travel, life really moves fast. When you got trips planned out, life really moves fast. So every step of the way, listen, you really can't afford too many mistakes. One mistake could cause you, it could set you back 9 months. You feel me? Get to the point where, and nobody really want to talk about this, and I'm gonna talk about this on the video. Get to the point where you're just flawless. You're flawless. Whatever you do, you're flawless at whatever you do. Because, like I said, the more you go on this journey, mistakes, man, they're costly. You know, you make a mistake. You feel me? One mistake can set you back 9 months. One mistake can set you back 7 months, man. You got to really think. Use your brain. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this again. Use your brain. And understand, no pain, no gain. You don't cry about the pain. Understand, if you feel anything, if you feel any type of uncomfort, when it's all said and done, you outside your comfort zone. And I'm gonna say this again, if you're outside your comfort zone, of course you're not gonna feel comfy outside your comfort zone. You move to a new city, that's not your comfort zone. So of course, your first couple months, your first year, your first two, listen, you might fall in love with a city your third year. When it comes to Phoenix, I said, listen, I'm more in love with Phoenix now than I am my first year. I'm more in love with Phoenix now my second year. I'm more in love with Phoenix now, you feel me, than ever before. And it took me 3 years. You know why? Because it's outside my comfort zone. I ain't never been in the areas where people are just speeding, 120, no speed limit. Nah, when it's all said and done, this is all new. So when you outside your comfort zone, expect, things to feel a little strange, a little weird. I mean, unless you're just, really like, yeah, we here now, we in the building. And I hope you develop that mindset wherever you go, you in the building. But Some people, it takes time, and understand when you outside your comfort zone, things gonna feel funny at first, you feel me? Like when you far away from your family, things gonna feel funny, but remember, you outside your comfort zone. That's what matters. You're outside your comfort zone. When you're outside your comfort zone, you really got to give yourself a pat on the back. You got to give yourself on the pat. Don't let nobody else give you a pat on the back. I don't really play that pat on the back stuff, but you got to give yourself a pat on the back. You got to give yourself flowers. I buy myself flowers. I buy myself roses. You got to give yourself a pat on the back. You got to buy yourself flowers. You got to give yourself roses because you're out your comfort zone. Right now, listen, I am 31 hours away from where I lived the last 13 years of my life. Shout out to North Carolina. I am 31 hours away from North Carolina. No family members, no friends. I am 31 hours away. So what I'm gonna do? Back against the wall? You think I'm gonna be out here holding up a cardboard sign in the desert? Absolutely not. I'm going hard till I can't go hard anymore. I'm fighting till I can't fight no more. I'm standing till I can't stand no more. I'm recording till I can't record no more. I'm eating till I'm not going to eat till I can't eat anymore. But when it's all said and done, I'm not playing, bro. Playtime is over. When you're outside your comfort zone, that's what makes you or break you. A lot of people, bro, you put them in a new city, they're going to cry. They're going to cry their way out of here. What's wrong with the city? This wrong with the city? Oh, the pollution, the tap water, the economy, economics, socioeconomics. Just make you want to vomit. They blame it on economics. They blame it on the water. Makes you want to vomit. And I'm going to say this again. Follow the wordplay. They blame it on economics. They blame it about the water. Make you want to vomit. You feel me? You guys have to understand life is beautiful every step of the way. I'm about to wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. You feel me? Every chance I could go live, I'm gonna go live. Like I said, shout out to the chat. You feel me? You know, shout out to the chat.